Training is ramping up, and this week I aim to clock my biggest mileage week ever, which includes the first really big marathon specific session, 7 weeks to go, and of course 2 weeks until my first race, so it's time to keep stacking those bricks. So here we go, welcome back to another full week of marathon training, 7 weeks out from Abingdon now, and I am getting excited. And this week sees the first really big workout, which is happening tomorrow actually. Really excited for it, can't wait to get going, and that's going to really kind of start to give me an indication as to how I'm feeling fitness wise. Obviously plenty of weeks left to build, it's just about stacking these ones up. Today I've got 70 minutes easy including strides. It's meant to be 90, I overslept, haven't got time to do 90, so I'm just getting what I can done. So we're going to sort that one now, and I'll see you tomorrow for the first session. All right, so here we go. Welcome to Tuesday, first big one, 4x5k. Gonna get straight into this one. Weather is not particularly great, and if this rain picks up, which it's going to and forecast to, then the microphone on this thing is going to get clogged up. So let me give you all the details now, the goals, and I'm just going to roll straight into it. 2 mile warm up, 4x5k, 2 mile warm down if I can manage it, but either way we're just going to focus on the session. The goals, sub 240 pace is what I'm after, so realistically anything sub 607 per mile. So ideally my goal in my head is that I want the first one to be between 604 to 606 per mile, just so that I'm sitting around that 239-30-ish pace, and then see how I feel. If that feels really good, brilliant, I'll try and cut the efforts down. If not, I'm just going to sit and hold there. That's all I'm after. Otherwise, just get the job done. Get this first one done. This is the first big chunky one. See how we feel. 20k worth of work. Let's not waste any time. I've got meetings today, so we need to get on with this one. Now, thankfully, my meetings are in the afternoon, but I do want to get home and have a proper bit of food after this, eat well, recover well, hopefully double today, so it will just be an easy one tonight, but easy shuffle after this. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I'll be fine when I get the first one done. So all I'm doing is a first like small 2 mile loop, get back to the roundabout at the bottom end of the estate, and I'm going to start where I start my 5k time trials and just do 4 of those basically. So let's roll into it. 2 miles, let's go. First one done, 602 pace, spot on for the most part. The heart rate stayed in the 150s, just on the couple of small hills that are on the estate it climbed into the low 160s, but otherwise very controlled. Felt like marathon effort, very happy. 3 minutes easy jogging between each of these, and we roll into number 2. So there we go, 5:59 pace. Very happy, and the great part about that was, once again, I think the average heart rate for that will be in the high 150s. It didn't even get above 162, I don't think, which is all sub T. So that's brilliant. First couple, really controlled. There we go, 5:56 per mile, and although I'm going to mention it again, the heart rate peaked at 166 then coming up the hill at the end. For the most part that's sat between 159 and 162. It's just, honestly, this is brilliant. I've been waiting for the heart rate drift today, like a big step up. It's just not come, it's just inched up as I've put the paces up, nothing more. There we go, 5:52 for that last one. So a lovely progressional cut down. Cannot believe how good that felt. As I said, up to the third rep, everything was pretty much sub T. Obviously I will have put all the average heart rates on screen, but that last one, again, I only just got up to threshold heart rate, pushed a bit harder because the wind picked up, but hey, but ultimately, for the most part, it was super controlled. I can't believe it. Feeling very smooth on the cool down as well, which is a good sign. Now I'm forcing myself out into Linear Park behind the back of the industrial estate to get this done, and this could well end up being an 18-mile run. Really happy. On to the next. So it's now the evening. We're out here with Lee tonight. I don't really know what to say. Not a good night tonight. Obviously 18 miles this morning, so feeling it tonight, just doing an easy 4 to 5 miles, whatever it is. We're on the home stretch now. It's been a real shuffle. Heart rate's very low, pace is also the same, and yeah, nothing to report. I just feel very accomplished in this morning session. That was great. Just getting a few more miles in now, and see you Thursday for the next one. So welcome to Thursday. It is time for another session. Today on the cards, I've got 10 by K reps are back again. I did say actually I was going to be increasing these to 12, but I think the reality is after such a good workout on Tuesday, I'm not going to push my luck. So we'll keep it at 10. These are the type of efforts that are going to be quicker than marathon efforts. 20-minute warm-up, which I'm nearly done with, and then we're going to roll straight into this one. But very quickly before we do, I want to say a massive thanks to SaySky for sponsoring this week's training series video. A 15% discount code is on screen for you guys to shop at SaySky. As you guys see in every single training series video, I'm wearing the SaySky kit. Today I'm just wearing a classic vest of theirs, but as always, the combat shorts with my phone in the pockets, and these are going to be my race day shorts, a different colour, but these will be my race day shorts along with some of their socks. And as always, I bang on about their quality. It is absolutely top notch. You see me wear this kit throughout the year at races when they're not sponsoring this series. It's just an honour to have them on board in the build up to Abingdon. So if you fancy getting yourself some fresh race kit or training kit, check out the FOD15 discount code over here. You can go and get 15% off. And once again, a huge thanks to SaySky for sponsoring this video. Okay, super, first couple done. Feeling good, feeling strong. Decent paces as well. Let's roll on. Alright, 6 done and over halfway. Peak busyness on the industrial estate, so a lot of pavement running today. Not ideal, but I'm feeling really good, very bouncy, very poppy in the stride. I'd love to bottle this feeling because it's a good one. Here we go, it's just starting to rain and a little war wound on the ear there. There's a little branch snagged me on that last rep. But otherwise, a really solid session. Really pleased with their bounce back from that 4x5k 2 days ago. And I just let my body go with how it felt. Which, to be fair, I usually encourage people to do. Don't necessarily go with the data. However, I did push a little bit too hard and the last few reps just to maintain the effort, and hopefully it won't have any detrimental effect. But like everything, got to be honest, and I know that's something I did wrong there. However, I banked another solid session, 30k worth of decent work this week already. Still the long run to go. See you in the next one. Right, good evening. So we are out on Thursday with these two again. Don't disappear. He's there. So we're getting 5 or 6 miles at easy done tonight after a good session this morning, and before he ruins it, I'll sign off straight away.
The mood is definitely come up.
Take 2. We're getting 5 or 6 miles done tonight. See you tomorrow for the easy run. Good morning, and here we go. It's Friday. We have the long run tomorrow, which is exciting, so I'll go through. No, actually I won't. I'm going to save that for tomorrow. Today I'm feeling good. The whole easy session, easy long run in marathon training is a tricky one to master, but over the last couple of blocks I've seemed to have found that groove, and I'm grateful that every day I go out for that next easy run after a session, I don't feel too beat up. In the past it's been rough because I pushed the sessions really hard, rinsed myself, and then just lacked on quality overall in the week. But despite the big one on Tuesday, the control I had on it in terms of keeping it sub-T heart rate and then right up to that last effort, and the control there was, well, just really happy with it. That allowed me to do yesterday, which I did push a bit harder, but clearly it's not detrimental at all because I feel really good today. And as I said, control is key to everything, so I'm just going to enjoy this easy run. As I said, 60 to 70 minutes, so just doing the usual loop, keeping it nice and relaxed, and I'll see you tomorrow for the long run. So here we go, last run of the week. Let's make it a good one. In the ASICS Meta Speed Sky Tokyo, and we are getting 60 minutes moderate, 60 minutes marathon pace, 30 minutes moderate, 2 hours 30 total. Two weeks ago I did 60 moderate, 45 marathon effort, and then 28 to 30 moderate again, and that was really the first decent long run workout of the block. That's really where I laid a marker down. It felt good. Last week was 10 miles moderate, and then 6 by a mile, and then 30 moderate, so that was another biggie. And then today we're pushing things on again. As I said, progressing from 2 weeks ago, from 60-45 to 60-60. And as you'd expect in a super shoe, heart rate is like the same as what it has been in previous weeks, but the pace is a bit quicker. So I'm gonna get these 60 minutes done out on here. It's literally gonna get 2 miles of trail, buffed out trail, that's it. I'm gonna be a bit precious with them, and the rest is concrete. So we'll get that done, and I'll see you back down at the estate, ready to start this 60-minute marathon effort. Alright, here we go. We're just going to cover just shy of 9 miles at 6:45, 6:44 per mile. It's flicking in between, which is the quickest I've done a moderate section of any long run in this block so far. Heart rate looks good, stayed in the low to mid 140s, pushed a bit on the uphills, but otherwise it's always settled back down nicely. Currently 144, so this is good signs. I feel okay. Key now, when we hit lap up here, is to not bolt and just go up one gear and just get into that rhythm, because otherwise if I bolt now and go, ooh, 540s feel good, low 550s, then I think by half an hour I'm going to be toast. So we've got 2 minutes and we're rolling. God, I've stopped. I got it done, but that was absolutely brutal. Oh my God. I need 30 seconds before we get this cool down done. That was honestly so brutal. I'm just so buggered. I got halfway into that and we've got a wind going out and a tailwind coming back, and on the second loop out I did 4 loops. The wind just broke me and I just had to hang on to 6 flat paces as much as I could, and the average pace came out at 6 flat. But yeah, honestly, hardest one of the block so far. So we'll leave it there, guys. I've got no energy to do a decent outro. All I'll say is I know that in an hour or so when I get home, or when I've got home, showered and eaten, I'll look back on this one and be happy, because it's a solid effort, a more aggressive, moderate start, 6 flat for an hour into headwinds, but it really has absolutely wiped me out. It's the first one where I feel like I could just go back to bed after this. So overall, solid week, can't complain. 6 to go. If you enjoyed this one, guys, then make sure I leave a link to last week's training video up here if you missed that, and if you like that one, make sure I leave a link down here to the update that I've just released, last video on my upcoming races, potential Seville next year, yes or no, and of course a little bit of a teaser on these shoes. I'll see you over on one of those.